Good evening and welcome to our concert. My name is Aaron Fitzpatrick and I play viola. Our first piece, A Mariachi Christmas, features 3 traditional Mexican Christmas tunes that are set in mariachi style. The first piece, Campana sobre Campana, carries the meaning of multiple bells ringing to celebrate the season. The second piece, Esta noche es noche buena, says, tonight is Christmas Eve, a night when even the stars are more brilliant. The final song, De la Juana, is a song that is sung while the piñata is being broken during Christmas festivities. This piece features heavy syncopation and new finger patterns for the orchestra. It also requires active listening between the sections, who all work together to make a cohesive sound.
again so much for coming out and supporting your children. Some of them I've had the luxury of working with for 2 years now, and some of them I just met and started working with this year, but you would never know it because this is truly a unit that I'm working with, and I'm so very proud of how much they've accomplished in so little time, especially for students who some of them have only been playing in orchestra for less than a year. So I'm really proud of all the hard work they've been putting in and for always going with anything that I say, no matter how ridiculous it sounds. I'd also like to recognize a few special guests we have with us tonight. The first being our pianist for this next piece, Brian Snyder. So thank you very much, Brian, for playing with us. And the next one, it may be a familiar face to some of you who just came from elementary land, Miss Tompkins playing on bass tonight to give us some more bass. And finally, the vice president of my high school orchestra has been doing a service project for National Honor Society. So for the last few weeks, and for the next few weeks after this, she's been coming down during her lunch period, 5th period, to work with the students. And she's been working a lot with them on balance and blend. So she comes up with her own rehearsal plans. She rehearses them on her own with me playing in the back. And I am so very impressed by how well they've responded. And it really shows how much that these kids can really retain and apply to their own lives. So thank you very much, Jenna, as well on the viola. Our final piece, Ode to Joy, is an arrangement taken from the final movement of Beethoven's Symphony No. 9. This piece is actually quite unique because it features a chorus, even though it's a symphonic piece, which typically are only band and string instruments. The lyrics for this piece were taken from the poem of the same name, written by Friedrich Schiller. This piece helps us especially develop the sound and features heavy dynamic contrast. So you're going to hear a whole spectrum from the softest piano to the very loudest forte. And at each section, at one point, we'll also be able to play the melody or harmony and be an accompanist for the rest of the orchestra. So I hope you enjoyed our last piece, and I hope you enjoy this piece too.
like to welcome Mr. Chandler, Mr. McCoy, and Ms. Page to accompany us on our next song, Tango. There is a slight change in the program. Mr. DeSalto is doing me a favor right now by working with our sound. So Mr. McCoy graciously stepped in. Thank you again to Mr. McCoy, Mr. DeSalvatore for this morning, Mr. Chandler, and Ms. Page. Our next piece this evening is called Christmas Bells Are Ringing.